Chapter number 6. Imagine seeing 601 new patients in a month. I enjoy opening workshops for chiropractors with that statement. It's designed to elicit a strong reaction, and I've gotten many, from cheers and laughter to some shudders and a few grimaces to an occasional, "No, thank you." It took me a while to understand the negative responses. I discovered that some DCs picture how hard they work to acquire and process just a few new patients, and then they imagine that stretching their systems over such a big number could produce spontaneous combustion. Hey, Doc just burst into flames in the X-ray room. My practice actually did produce 601 new patients in one 31-day period. We later referred to that achievement just as the 601. It was a wild and woolly month, to be sure. However, it's the backstory of the 601 that's interesting and instructive. A full 80% of those patients were from external marketing, and I didn't do any of the outside work myself. I also didn't explode in the X-ray room. In fact, I had a lot of fun that month and every month since. Here's the setup. Years before the 601, I learned how to do many variations of spinal screenings outside the office at venues including festivals, fairs, malls, corporate, maxi, and mini health fairs, and club events. We did them all, and we did them well. From the start, I made screenings all about having fun. Fun is job one was the mantra. Fun first, get new patients second. My attitude was, if we're having fun, we'll attract people and meet new patients. But this chapter is about me not doing outside work. How did I shift from super screener to super event manager? I soon needed help at screenings for greeting, prepping, appointing, and follow-up for prospects, so I hired 2 community outreach assistants, or COAs. At the same time, I was running an associate training center that was working extremely well. Some of my associates had grown to 300 and 400 visits a week, even 500 visits a week. If training worked that well for associates, I thought I should run a short, weekly training for new COAs. Before long, the COAs and I were all on the same page as to how to run events. Immediately, my external marketing worked better and was less stressful. We role-played in COA training, and then I inspected and corrected at the events. I'd go back, update my notes, and upgrade my training systems. I was learning at least as much as the COAs. A couple of eager young women who'd done well at COA training kept asking for more hours, so I started having them pick up the screening equipment, precede me to the event, set up, and even survey the group and make a list of people who wanted to get checked. I'd arrive in time to screen people, have fun, make appointments, give departing instructions, and leave. The COAs stayed to pack up the gear, head back to the clinic, and put the new patients in the schedule. Hey, this is getting pretty easy, I thought. One night, I sent my favorite COA to set up and wait for me. By the time I arrived, she'd already made 3 appointments. She'd taken it upon herself to learn my screening scripts. Some of you are thinking, I'd never do a screening myself again. I'd send her. However, that isn't the way I handled it, at least not then. On another screening night, I was detained at the clinic for an emergency new patient. I got to the event about the time it was supposed to end and found my CA had booked 6 new patients. She asked to try an event solo. Permission granted. After that, I added equal parts of opportunity and responsibility. That COA became a co-trainer for other COAs. Eventually, she developed sites, ran her own events, and headed up teams. Now, Are you ready for the story of the 601? Along with my associates, I had 17 full and part-time COAs who, all combined, produced the 601 for 8 doctors in 5 clinics. One clinic saw more than 150 new patients that month, all of it administered by 2 COAs. I never worked one event during that 601 month. Here are the 3 keys that have served me very well ever since. Number 1, I find genetically gifted COA applicants and screen out the duds. Number 2, properly trained, nearly all COAs can produce new patients without me in less than a month. And number 3, with daily, yes, daily, this is key, guidance, motivation, and correction, COAs can produce an extra 5 or more new patients a week and keep producing for months, even years. The average is 4.2 new patients per week without the doctor having to be at the event. I've hired many COAs over 40 years in practice. Some have been exceptional and some didn't last a week, but even the average COAs produced many more times than they cost me.